Esabelle, you don't remember me?
Well, your
I
hair is
have
so
such a good memory.
Well, your hair's so much shorter, so surely you must be a different person because it's not the same as it was in the previous trip.
What about my face? Doesn't that help?
Maybe. I mean, surely faces aren't everything.
What about my memories of us spending time together before?
Our lovely memories of me trying to kill you, huh?
I wasn't talking about that memory. I'm still trying to delete that from my brain.
Well, besides all that, we are here again. And this time with a twist. And that's, she actually came to visit me. So how are you feeling and how are you liking the being in my home turf for a change?
It's quite an experience. It was a bit of a drive. I won't say where we drove, but yes, it was a bit of a drive. Still kind of recovering, but you know, good night's sleep, good food, and now we're ready for adventures.
Yeah, we were originally gonna film yesterday, but it was they got here a bit later than anticipated, so at least we're filming now. So do you want to tell the audience some of the stuff that we have planned for later in this vacation?
A few things. I don't want to give everything away, but we're going to be going swimming very shortly. We're going to be going to a Comic-Con later. It's going to be tomorrow, and then we're also going to be exploring more of Paul's home turf. He's finally going to show me around for a change.
Yeah, if you remember last year's vlog, we hinted that there would be some cool scenery that my friend Teresa, who's going to be joining us later, will be able to guide us around. So we have quite the big group of people with us, so it's nice to be able to have that camaraderie, wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. I think at maximum capacity our group is going to be about 8 people.
Ugh.
So
I'm not much of a group person, but I only see these guys once a year, so I figure it's good enough. So I am just so excited to finally see you again.
Yeah, finally be on your home turf.
Yeah, and get a chance to visit you again, and ooh, it's wild that it's been 3 times now. So we are on a slight time crunch, so we'll wrap it up here, but I will say that if there's anyone among you who has issues seeing people in swimwear, somewhere around here there will be a timestamp if you want to skip past that. But there is a pool here, so we definitely want to get a chance to share our thoughts about it. But after the pool, you'll be able to see our thoughts on Comic-Con, so stay tuned for that. Alright, see you guys around. Hello everyone, we are back and we got a chance to go swimming in the pool, and we were the only ones at the pool, which I was not expecting. I was expecting there to be a lot of families and screaming kids, but no, it was just
Screaming kids.
oh yeah, like in the last vlog, I told them. So I love swimming, as most of you know. On every single trip we've had, we've done something. This year we didn't have an opportunity to go to the water park, so we went in the pool and the hot tub instead, and it was great. I'll let you go first, because you're the guest. What did you want to say about the pool? What were some of your highlights?
Specifically the pool?
Just everything we've been doing in this room.
I love water. That's all I can say is every time I get into water and I start swimming, I think it's a combination of the exercise and the feel of the water. I just feel so free and it feels so relaxing. So I have loved coming to the pool. Though we did have a little trouble with the pool being too cold, and so I finally just had to dodge in quickly and get it over with. But then the hot tub was a great way to finish up and just chilling in the warm water, which I realize is ironic, but it was enjoyable.
I don't know if I like the hot tub as much as she does, because I'm more of a cold person. As in, like, I like the cold.
Well, you didn't like the cold water in the pool.
Well, that was too cold. Even I had my limits. But once we actually got into the water, I didn't get my hair as wet as she did, as you can probably obviously tell. But I got it wet enough where you can still see a little bit of water. And we did a couple of buoyancy activities. Like, I gave her a piggyback ride because she's much lighter in the water. Not that you're that heavy to begin.
No, 95 pounds is not much much to carry even outside of
You're
water.
brave to tell that to a live YouTube audience.
Not really.
Quite the atypical girl. Let me know in the comments if girls typically do that. I'd love to hear that. And so now we're just going to enjoy the rest of our time at the pool and appreciate the tranquility and the quiet that we did not expect would be here. So the next time you see us, we will be at Comic-Con. So hopefully, well, we will be at Comic-Con. We will be sharing our thoughts on Comic-Con. So would you like to tell the audience what you're hoping for from Comic-Con? But try not to make it too psychology-based, just because they don't understand that.
I will try. No promises. You know me. I'm a psychology nerd. So what I'm really hoping to take from it is I'm one of those people who tends to get lost in her head a little bit too much. And I really want the new experience and the unfamiliar surroundings to kind of help me live in the moment a little bit. So, and I mean, I just really enjoy a lot of animes and I know some games, even though I'm not a gamer. So I'm really looking forward to seeing characters that I recognize and just hanging out with good friends.
I'm looking forward to meeting some celebrities. Currently we've got Steve Burns, Todd Habercorn, and Allison Court that I know. And then I'm also hoping to get some good pictures of cosplayers. Last year I got approximately 114 pictures and videos. Not a single person said no to my request. And I already know that 2 of my friends that I'm going with that are going to be joining us are cosplaying, so that's already 2. And even if I don't get a lot of cosplays, I'm hoping that there's some good art in the art galleries. And I'm just going to walk around and see whatever happens. So I'm excited about just about everything.
That's a good way to be.
Yeah, for sure. So with that, we will enjoy the rest of our time in the quiet, and the next time you see us, we'll have lots of cool thoughts to share about Comic-Con. So see you guys in a bit. Hello again, my audience. We are back from a very jam-packed day of Comic-Con. We didn't actually spend a whole lot of time together, so a lot of what we are going to be sharing here is going to be the first time for both of us. So overall, for those of you that don't know what Comic-Con is, it's short for Comic Book Convention. And it's basically a place where a lot of artists, a lot of comic book creators, a lot of celebrities come together and just geek out about anything that could be considered a fandom. Would you like to tell the audience like what was the overall vibe you got of what Comic-Con was about?
There was a lot of energy, and I really enjoyed being around all of the art. I really enjoyed seeing all of the craftsmanship. And oh man, it's so lovely getting everybody who has these common interests together, and all the costumes are also great, which I know you're crazy about that. I'm sure you got pictures of people that I did not even see.
Oh, I got a ton of pictures. I think I got probably as many pictures today as I did both days of the previous con combined.
Oh my goodness.
I think. I haven't checked yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot. So you didn't meet any celebrities, right?
No. I did not meet anybody.
So would you like to tell the audience what you did end up doing?
I was with my boyfriend the whole time.
She has... We haven't actually announced that you have a boyfriend yet on this channel, so
no.
You're hearing it from her first. You want to quickly point the camera over there? He doesn't...
Do you consent?
I consent.
Bring it over. There he is. So there you go, audience. You can stop bugging me in the comments.
But, yeah, we've been looking around. We went through the entire place and just looked at everything that we could. Granted, our feet and legs started getting a little tired, had a little food after we did that. We just wanted to make sure that we scoured the whole thing, and it was a really good time. I just love seeing all those talented artists.
Yeah, I would agree. The art was really great, although I didn't pay as much attention to it as her because I was trying to meet the celebrities and I was also trying to get pictures with the cosplayers. A lot of the costumes this year was from stuff I had never heard of, but I just wanted to try to get as many pictures of cosplayers as possible. I was a bit nervous for a few of them, but I think I was braver than usual. And I was very happy that there were, a few things that I knew. Like there was someone dressed up as Link from Tears of the Kingdom. There was another dressed up as just regular Link. One was Luigi, Loki, a few things that I know about. We also got to meet some celebrities. I got to meet Steve Burns, Allison Court, and Todd Havercorn. I will wait until my Comic-Con video to describe them, because that's going to be an involved ordeal. But I think my favorite was meeting Todd, because I was not expecting him to be so outgoing, and he was just really good at keeping conversation flowing. Our camera woman made a bit of a face here, so that's why I was pausing. But yeah, the only things I really didn't like about Comic-Con were how my feet felt after it.
I can agree with that.
It was definitely a bit sore spending, what was it, 7 hours there?
Yeah, we got there pretty close to opening time and stayed until closing, and it was noon to 7. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, overall, would you say that it was one of the highlights of the trip, or do you think it was an epic waste of time?
It was definitely not an epic waste of time. I don't know what's to come. I would definitely say that it is a highlight, a big highlight, but I don't know. We'll have to see what comes next.
I would say that it was very much worth the money, and I would love to go again, and I can't wait to show you guys the pictures that I took, and there were a few that Megan took as well that she's going to be sending me. Oh yeah, my friend Megan was there. I forgot to mention that. I have a few pictures of her that I'll be showing you guys. And as a little bit of a bonus, this is also going to be in the Comic-Con video that I end up doing. So is there anything you want to say to that audience who maybe didn't watch the vlog?
I mean, I've covered my portion. I think that covers it pretty darn well, because it was a blast. And that was my own experiences with it. Pretty well covered in this.
Well, I know this is probably going to sound cheesy, but even though she and I hardly spent any time together at con, like we had completely different priorities, I was still glad that we were able to be there the same day and be able to share each other's experiences, and some of them were intersecting. Like, we both saw good art, even if it wasn't like side by side, and I think you were probably happy that I was happy that I got to meet the celebrities and that you could see the booths where they were at
You've been looking forward to that for a while.
Yeah. And it's just cool to be able to say, like, yes, this is the 3rd time I've seen her in person, but it's the first time that we've done Comic-Con in one of these visits.
Yep.
So with that, next up on our agenda is we are going, actually I'm not sure we're doing a couple of filming for my end of year stuff, so I don't know how much of that you guys will see, but we were planning on going to either beach and or lighthouses.
Yes, we're gonna check out some lighthouses. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get to see the beach, which I don't get to see in my state very much, so it's gonna be a lovely time.
And just in case you guys are creeped out, I will put another swimsuit warning just in case we decide to do that, because we've never taken a swimsuit video by the beach specifically. It was always like at a water park or a pool. So we'll want to take advantage of that for the lovely scenery. But we will try to get some pictures and videos of the lighthouses as well, so that the people that don't like the swimsuits can be happy. And then we're just going to kind of go from there. So not a whole lot planned, but enough planned where I feel like both of us are getting what we want and enjoying our time together. So is there anything you want to say to the audience before we move on to the next part of the vlog?
Stay tuned, because there's more to come. That's my 2 cents.
Fair enough. And is there anything you want to tell the audience if they're nervous about going to Comic-Con or an anime convention, like any survival tips or like things to prepare for?
Bring comfortable shoes.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
That's a big thing. Bring comfortable shoes, bring money with you. If you're interested in anything, bring plenty of money. They can get a little costly, you might get hungry. And just have a good time. Lean into the things that you're into, the media, books, games, whatever you're into, lean into it.
So if you're my friend, should I be leaning on to you?
No. just make sure that you look for what you're interested in, and you'll have a good time. And you know, be willing to look at other stuff too, because sometimes you may not know a series or you may not know a game, but there's just such cool craftsmanship on some, you know, whatever the art is. So just look at everything, but definitely hone in on what you're mainly interested in.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, some of the best cosplays that I saw were from series I had never heard of. But there was a certain added bonus being like, I actually know that for a change. And I would say everything that she said, and I would like to add, don't overplan. Because there's so much stuff that could happen in the moment, and I just would say, like, it's more about the feeling of having a bunch of geeks together that really makes a convention, as opposed to like, oh, I gotta be here at this time, which is usually what I do. But I said, I'll just have a general guideline of who I want to meet and then spend the rest of the time being spontaneous, which is exactly what I did, and I felt like I enjoyed myself immensely. And to our camera woman, is there any advice you'd like to give the audience?
I would say, depending upon how you feel and how your budget's doing, bring a little bit of food, bring a little bit of water. It can get very dry in there, so having some water is very important so that you can stay hydrated and take care of yourself. Especially like food can be expensive inside there. So definitely do that and have good shoes.
Well, thank you both of you for your wonderful advice. And we will see you guys around either at the beach or somewhere. Alright, bye for now. Hello, my audience. This is just Paul. The reason why our group had to split up is because of everyone in our group, which includes Esabelle, her sister, her brother-in-law, and my travel buddy Teresa. They all have a different religion than Teresa and I do, so we went to separate churches, so they are in the process of returning. So in the meantime, my friend Teresa has offered to give us rental of her house for a few days and has given us adequate room so that we can all like have our separate spaces. So that is very nice. Thank you very much, Teresa.
Welcome.
So while we're waiting for Esabelle and her sister and her brother-in-law to return from their church excursion, I thought this would be a good time in the trip to, one, show you this amazing beanbag bed that Teresa has, and two, to showcase the pictures that I have from the trip. So hope you'll enjoy them, and I hope you're excited for the next time Esabelle shows up. Over to you, Esabelle, whenever. everyone, we are here at the final stretch of our vacation. It has certainly felt like a longer one than last time. I think, isn't it a bit longer? Like last time was maybe like 5 days and this is like a full week.
I think it was less than a week whenever you came to visit me, but yeah, we're staying longer whenever we came to visit you.
Yeah.
And it was a long drive, so we may as well make it worth it.
For sure. And it has definitely felt like we felt like a family this whole time. And personally, I feel like that's the best kind of vacation, is when you really feel like you're like brothers and sisters. And in your case, you actually did bring your sister along.
Sister and brother-in-law, so...
Yeah, so there you go. You actually do have real family.
Yep, I do.
Maybe one of these days someone in the comments will think that you and I are siblings, and that'll make my day. I mean, you got the hair.
Yeah, the hair color is kind of similar, yeah.
Yeah, well, some people say that's not enough, but oh well. So we did a couple of things since the last time we did the vlog. So would you like to say some of the things that we've done since? Let's see. I think the last time we filmed was right after Comic-Con. So what are some highlights of things that have been done after that?
Well, we got to go to the hotel pool and hot tub again, which was great.
And we had other people there that time.
Bit noisier, but it was still a very good time. And then, well, unfortunately you were not with us on this occasion because we went back to another friend's place who was on the trip with us, who was usually our camera woman. We went back to her place a little bit of a staggered time. So you got here on Saturday,
that's right.
Correct? And then, you know, my sister, brother-in-law, and I went Sunday. And we did stop at this really cool Japanese donut shop and boba tea shop that was so cute. I will post some pictures here of what it looked like. We came back here. I did get to see some lakes since we've been here, which has been really beautiful. A lighthouse. It has been a wonderful time going into different shops that I've never been to before, and I love like window shopping and looking at stuff, so that was a blast. So it's been quite an adventure thus far.
I will say that I'm not much for sightseeing and tourism as much as she is. Like, honestly, if all we had done this whole trip was go swimming, go to Comic-Con and talk, I would have been happy. But at the same time, I know that trips are not just for me, they're for everyone. It's a group effort. And so I wanted to make sure she was happy. So even though the weather was a bit cold even by my standards, which is saying a lot, I was happy that she was happy. And I'm glad that it all worked out. But some things that I have liked since Comic-Con are, I love the room that I'm staying in. It has like this mat on the floor. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I wasn't sleeping just on the floor. And I had a nice pillow, some really good blankets, and it legitimately felt like I was back on the mission trip, just with less people. And I felt like I've been able to sleep in. Shower's been really nice. I just like Teresa's house in general. It has a very comfortable feeling without feeling too messy, but not feeling too clean either. It's like the good balance. And I think that's everything. Do you want to tell the audience what we have planned for the rest of the trip? Now that we still have a couple of things planned, but we're pretty much done with the major stuff. So what would you like to tell the audience about what you're looking forward to going forward?
Well, we're going to watch the Mario movie again, and then we're also going to go out in the evening to another lake and see a lighthouse. It's all lit up. So that's something I'm really looking forward to, is getting to see the sights again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing her sister's commentary on the Mario movie, because that was one of my favorite parts of the last trip, and sadly I don't remember her exact words verbatim, so I'm hoping that maybe she'll repeat some of it. She is our lovely camera woman today, so do you want to wave to the audience? She said
got
no.
her hands occupied with the phone. I don't think she can.
That's fair. So with that about concludes all of our major stuff. So would you like to give the audience an overview about what you thought about the trip, and if you want to come see me again?
I definitely do want to come again. I actually can't say the exact reason why, but it will give away Paul's location, and he does not want that. He wants to be incognito, but suffice to say, I do want to come again.
That's good. We might have to have you come again next year because I went to visit you twice, and you might want to return the favor.
We are talking about going up here again next year.
Did you know?
We don't know yet. We cannot make promises. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're talking about it.
I didn't even know that, so that's news to me. Well, I would just like to say that, sure, we've had some difficulties with personalities, but I think overall this trip has been great. I will probably still consider it my memory of the year. And I'm especially glad that we got to go to Comic-Con together, that she brought a lot of her costumes, because you know me, I love my cosplays. I love that we got to go to the pool. I'm loving the comfort of this house, and I'm hoping that next year, now that we know our group dynamics better, that we can work out our differences and come to an even better trip. Alright, so with that said, would you like to give any closing thoughts and then your catchphrase to the audience?
I mean, I've already given pretty much all of my thoughts without getting into too much detail about where exactly we are, so I'm just going to give my catchphrase. Alright everyone, I hope you love this video and keep living nothing less than your best life.
And I will say that she is great to hang out with, so thank you very much for joining me on my journey. And until the next time, I hope you all will keep the faith, stay epic, and God bless. And before you turn off the camera, thank you so much, Esabelle, for coming to visit me. It's been a blast.
Of course.
Bye.